Hi, I'm Rob and I Love Movies, and today I'm here with a very special guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rebecca.
It's my sister! Yay! So, earlier we saw Foxcatcher. It's directed by Bennett Miller, and it stars Steve Carell, Channing Tatum, and Mark Ruffalo. It tells the true story of Dave and Mark Schultz, who were Olympic wrestlers, and their relationship with John DuPont, spoiler alert, which ultimately ended in John murdering Mark. No, wait, he murdered Dave, right?
Dave, yeah.
Which is really confusing because Mark is played by Channing and Dave is played by Mark Ruffalo. So that's why I kept getting confused. Wait, which one's Mark? They're both Mark.
Yes.
Markception.
Oh, dang.
So, this film, they debuted it at Cannes, I think, where it received really great reception, and then it played at some other festivals. It's done really well. I don't expect it to do as well in general release as it did in its festival run. Well, it's a very long film, and not that it actually has that long of a runtime. It's only about 2.5 or so hours long, which isn't actually that long of a runtime.
But it feels like you're sitting there for ages.
It's a very slow film.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing per se. It just makes it a little difficult to sit through. Plus, you've got the subject matter. I mean, the physical, emotional, psychological abuse. It's pretty tough to watch, especially considering how convincing and how well all three actors really embodied these characters.
Yeah. His teeth were disgusting, though.
Yeah.
That
Steve Carell's.
made me sick.
Yeah, he was just disgusting overall.
Yeah.
They did a great job with his prosthesis.
I thought it was funny how he kept just like looking down.
Yeah, well, he did. I think that's a big part of his character. The fact that, you know, he looks down upon everybody.
Yeah.
And he thought he was this great person who could restore America's honor through Olympic wrestling. When he was really just a psychopath with mommy issues.
Yeah.
And probably some other issues.
Many issues.
Many of the issues.
Yeah.
But Steve Carell was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And also Channing Tatum. I mean, I don't care for him much as an actor.
I like him because he's cute.
His performance in this film was pretty remarkable.
I think so too.
You just think he's cute.
Yeah. That too. That's a really big thing. I like watching guys fight each other.
Yeah, some of it was kind of homoerotic.
Yeah.
Especially the scene where he was wrestling in front of his mother. That was
really
weird.
awkward. I think it's
good.
It's so weird when they're like laying on the ground and the other guy has to try and do the thing, and they just like they're doing other things.
Yeah, that part was a little
like when they're in the
awkward.
room by themselves. I'm just like, are they wrestling or are they not wrestling?
Oh, at the beginning?
No, at like the end. I mean, I don't remember where it was. But
wait, which two?
Oh, when they were in the gallery. John and
that was weird.
Mark.
Yeah, that
It
was.
didn't look like they were wrestling.
So,
Yeah.
and the whole relationship between him and his mother was pretty bizarre.
It was.
But
I liked his mom.
yeah, I was hoping she would be in it a little more. His mother was played by Vanessa Redgrave, who is a phenomenal actress. And I mean, for what she was there, she was pretty good. She just was only in like 2 or 3 scenes, really, which was a little disappointing, I thought. But then she had one scene with some dialogue,
Yeah.
which was pretty good. Seeing the relationship between DuPont and his mother. Other than that, I was hoping she would be in it a little more. Oh well. I don't know. I think the pacing makes it hard to really connect with the characters. Even though they're very well performed, very well acted, it makes it hard to...
I don't know, I kind of connected with the stuffed birds.
The stuffed birds.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of hard to engage.
Yeah.
And since it is really slow, it doesn't really grab you and say you have to pay attention to this until the end. It does have a slow burn. It does build tension throughout. It's pretty obvious as you learn more about John DuPont's character that there's something wrong and that there's this feeling that maybe this is not a good relationship, and then obviously the film proves that you are right in assuming that. So by the time you get to the end, when you're really seeing, okay, this is not at all healthy. Once it gets to that point, it does start to...
I'm sorry, this is totally different subject.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Why did Dave and his family stay there?
Why did Dave stay there? Probably for the money.
But that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Because all throughout the movie, he was saying that it didn't matter the cost, or not the cost, but how much he'd be paid. You're not gonna uproot his family and do all that bad stuff.
Yeah. Well, but see, the thing is, Mark, makes a point of saying Dave can't be bought.
Right.
And I think John DuPont proved that Dave was wrong. I mean, that Mark was wrong about saying that. That, there was a number that was high enough to convince Dave to join the Foxcatcher team. And then, you also asked about why, at the end, John DuPont murders Dave. Dave, right?
Yeah, Dave.
I've got to make sure I got the right brother. So he just kind of, out of nowhere, murders Dave.
No reason at all.
Well...
except for jealousy, which is not a good reason.
It's not a good reason, but I think jealousy was a big part of it. Which kind of makes me wonder why John was so intent, why he went to such great lengths to bring Dave in the first place. When John first recruited Mark to start the Foxcatcher wrestling team, he did a lot to try to distance Mark from Dave in order for Mark to form a closer relationship to John himself. So,
I mean,
I don't know.
At first, I kind of thought that John was only trying to get Mark because he wanted Dave. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like he was
that does
using
kind of
Mark
make
to get
sense.
to Dave.
But then why didn't he just...
Maybe he had
Just
already
for-
talked to Dave and Dave had already said no.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. But then the whole jealousy thing, that,
Yeah, I mean, what was there to be jealous of?
well, I don't know. And it also doesn't really make sense because okay, so John introduces Mark to cocaine.
Right.
And of course, after that, Mark becomes, he becomes addicted, he
Really
stops
sad.
really working, and that's when John decides to bring in Dave. Possibly to get Mark back on track.
Well, why would he have gotten him off track?
And exactly, why would he have, pressured him to start using cocaine and then allow him to continue using cocaine when
Sucks at choosing friends, that's why.
yeah. Maybe the jealousy had something to do with the whole homoerotic subtext.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know.
Very possible.
Very possible. Very possible. I think we've rambled on about this long enough. So, overall, it is a good film. It's a little difficult to sit through, both because of the length and because of the subject matter. It's just, it's just kind of a difficult film. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. So if you've already seen Foxcatcher, I'd love for you to head down to the comments and share your thoughts. I am never having a guest with a review ever again. Or at least just not this one.
This is so much fun.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh. Well, that's embarrassing. No, leave that up, because it'll block my face. Stop.